Just coming to your lying down position. It doesn't matter if you've got the legs out straight or the knees are bent up. And the arms either resting beside the body or just gently on the tummy. And as you're here, just settling, just relaxing as the body just becomes a little heavier, just melting into the mat. And as you lay here, just tuning into that breath, just observing the breath. As we feel the chest and tummy lift on the inhale, and as it contracts on the exhale. Just hearing the sounds that each breath makes. And as we focus only on this, just allowing the mind to clear. Just any thoughts just drifting away. Our attention back to our breath. Just hearing those sounds and the movements with each breath. And with time, just allowing the breath to lengthen. Just letting go. Maybe letting go of the day. Just enjoying the stillness. And then, the next breath or two, we'll just take 3 nice long deep breaths. So that inhale as we fill the lungs and the tummy, holding this just for a second. As we sigh it away through parted lips. Twice more. When you've had those 3, just letting that breath go, observing any difference in it now. Now, we'll combine the breath with movements. As we bring the palms face down by our sides if they're not already. And in your breath, let's inhale. Reaching these arms up overhead onto the floor behind. Stretch out. As we exhale, these arms coming back down by the sides. Repeating breath by breath. That inhale, reaching up and over. Maybe stretching a little farther this time. As we exhale, back down. Just doing 2 more. And when the arms come back down by the sides, just leaving them here. Those shoulders dropped. Just checking that chin is still tucked in. And we'll just give the neck a roll from side to side. Just nice and loose, just rocking that head. Just awakening into these neck muscles. And as we bring that back to center, you can just give the wrists a little rotate as well. Maybe a nice loose shake off too. As we plant these palms again, we'll just do the same with the ankles, just giving them a little rotate and rock whatever they want. Nice. And as we slow that down, in the next inhale, we'll just hug these knees in towards the chest. Whether you're hugging around the knees or thighs is your choice. You can have a quick rock from side to side if you wish as you massage the lower spine. As the knees go one way, maybe the head rolls the other. But as we bring these knees back to center, in stillness, the shoulders dropped. If you like, inhaling the head up towards the knees. Just seeing if that presses the lower back on the mat a little more. And in the next exhale, let's just lower the head down. The soles of the feet as well, close into the hips. As we get ready for pelvic tilting, the palms face down by the sides. And then when you're ready, at inhale, just gently peeling the hips up just a smidge. As we exhale them back down, breath by breath. So that inhale up, as a small curve of the lower spine flattens in the mat. As we exhale down, that natural curve returns. Just awakening this lower back and into the hips. Now, when you next lower down, we can get ready for a full bridge if you like. Bringing these ankles close into the hips, palms face down by the sides, and checking the neck is tucked in. And if you're ready, that inhale as we power through the legs, those hips up to the sky. And exhale. Peeling the hips back down vertebrae by vertebrae. Twice more. That inhale and lift. Exhale, peeling down, massaging the spine down. Final one. Now, when you've had these three, I'm going to inhale up again, but hold. That inhale, hips to the sky. Now, maybe you hold for 6 breaths, maybe your count is less. If you wish, interlocking the fingers, tucking the shoulders under. Whatever feels right for you, observing that breath. Now, when you've had those 6, maybe less, taking your time, as we exhale, peeling these hips back down. As we counter stretch, taking a hold of each knee individually, as we draw them out and up to the sides of the chest. Either in stillness or having that gentle rock. That lower back just presses onto the mat. And then, as we inhale, drawing these knees together and lifting these legs up into the air, The arms as well. Much as a bend as you need so they can just hang there. And you just have a gentle rotate, shake off. All the while the shoulder blades and back pressing onto the mat. And then, in our next inhale, let's bring these arms either out to shoulder height, or if you've not got room, the elbows out and the palms facing up. Now these legs. So what we want the knees above the hips, and then send those heels out. So as we hold it here, the core should be active. And then we can make it a twist. Can we exhale those knees across to any side? If it feels comfortable, taking a look over the opposite shoulder. And as we hold the twist here, with each exhale, it's feeling the body give in, so we maybe release around a little further. And each inhale is finding a little bit of space in the spine. And then let's move to the other side. That inhale back to center. Readjusting so those knees are above hips, heels out. Exhaling across. As we twist onto this side. Taking that look over this opposite shoulder, if it's comfortable. Just letting the body release as we relax around. And inhaling back to center. You can take a hug around the thighs, the shoulders dropped, the knees just squeezing in. Have that brief rock side to side if you like. And when you're ready, we can just rock ourselves up as we come up to sit if you like, or any other way. And eventually up to your comfortable seated position. We find the spine long and light. Doesn't matter if the legs are crossed or they're out in front. It's finding this length, that chin tucked in. As we settle here, just inhaling this length through the spine, as if we're becoming taller. As we exhale, just rooting down through the sit bones. Then we'll work around the neck, as we always do. It's that exhale as we look up, stretching the front. Every inhale back to center. As we exhale, looking down, stretching the back of the neck. Inhale back. And then exhale, ears to shoulders. As we stretch the sides. Inhaling back, and final side. And then when you inhale back this time, you can just circle the neck around if you wish. And if you've circled it one way, it's going the other as well, as we keep it all even. And when we're back, finding this length again, that chin tucked in, as we work into our sides. So inhale, reaching one arm up. Now reaching, observing that stretch already. As we exhale, walking the other arm out, this top arm reaches. Now whether the elbow is on the floor or the arm is straight, it doesn't matter. With each exhale, just feeling this stretch, release here. And then we're going to work our way across to the other side. A different way than we do usually though. So can we exhale? We're planting this top palm. We're just going to walk our way across. Now stretching out. Stretching that spine. And as we come across to the other side with this palm planted, let's inhale this other arm up. It exhales over. That's it. It's releasing it around on this side. It's giving in with each exhale. And then though, can we lift up using the core? Inhale those arms up, palms together. As we exhale everything back, heart center. Allowing those shoulders to drop. Then we'll move it into the shoulders. It's bringing the tips of the fingers or the palms just roughly onto the shoulder blades. Can we inhale, bringing these elbows up to shoulder height? Now before we move, if you like, just send these elbows back a little. You might just feel a stretch across the front of the chest. But as we bring them back, let's begin to make small circles. And over time, you can allow these circles to widen. And this may be the case when the circles become big, you can bring the breath in. Doesn't matter if it's an exhale or inhale, as they circle forward and down, squeezing back and up. But then, slowing this down, ready to go the other way. So bringing these elbows back, start circling, small to begin with. And with time, just allowing these circles to widen. Big if you like. And again, slowing this down with those elbows back. And exhale. Back down to the sides. The shoulders probably want just a nice shruggle off. Bring the neck in if you like, maybe use the wrist. And then we'll work our way through to all fours. If you want, rolling over the knees or any other way. As we come through to that all four position. Whether you're using the palms or the fists is your choice. Having them under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. That subtle lift in the chest as we move it into cat. That inhale as we curl from the base of the spine to look up. And the exhale, curling from the base again to look down or through the legs. Breath by breath. Having a deeper bend in the elbows as you like. Just taking the time, just feeling through each of the vertebrae in the spine. Observing any areas of tension. You ease these off as you move and using the breath. Another next exhale. As we curl down as normal, but sending these hips back towards the heels into our child position. Allowing the chest and head to just melt to the floor. And make this comfortable for you, whether that's widening the knees or adjusting as you need. Just letting the body just melting down. Just observing the breath. That's inhale as we draw in energy and finding that length in the spine. And the exhale, releasing tension and the body giving in. If we like though, we can just inhale, just lifting the palms up onto the fingertips. Just see if that moves the stretch up the spine. All the while that chest and head still sinking down. And in the next breath or two, let's just lower those palms back down. As we slowly inhale, back up through to our all fours, ready to come into dog. So tucking those toes, and that inhale as we power through the legs, lifting the hips up to the sky. As we exhale, as that chest and head just sink through. As we hold our downward dog here, you can take a walk from foot to foot if you wish, stretching into the back of the legs, or just enjoying the stillness. And then, on an inhale, let's just step it through to forward fold. The feet towards the hands and the hands towards the feet. And you can just let everything hang, whether the arms are hanging, holding the elbows, or maybe the ankles. Just allowing this head though just to be nice and loose. And with that slight bend in the knees, just allowing the lower spine to release. And each exhale just deepening you a little bit more. But let's work with the breath here. So on an inhale, I'm going to draw the hands up towards the knees into a flat back position. That spine extended. And then let's sigh the breath away as we fold down. And we'll do this twice more. And when you're down on the third time, just hanging in the stillness, just see if you've gone that little bit farther. And in the next breath or two, on an inhale, let's just slowly uncurl as we come up to our standing position. Those feet nice and planted, that spine lengthened, and that chin tucked in. Finding that length with each inhale. And just rooting down through the feet, letting the shoulders drop. And we'll settle as we always do. That inhale. Movement filling the breath, palms together. Exhaling it all back, heart center. Twice more. Just see if this just slows and just focuses the breath again. Now on the third one, if you like, we can include a back bend. So that inhale up is normal, but let's sigh the breath away. Inhale back. Exhaling down, heart center again. To bring the arms by the sides. Have that quick shake, wiggle off. Use the ankles as well if you want. And then let's work as we build some strength in the thigh. So we're going to work through a short sequence. So just finding our nice lengthened position, these feet rooted. When you're ready, big inhale, scooping the arms up. Exhale down into chair. As if you're sitting on an imaginary stool. These thighs should be becoming warm quite quickly. And every inhale, almost as lengthen the spine. Maybe we exhale down a little more. Don't force it though. It's being guided by the breath. So we exhale. Let's scoop down, forward fold. Briefly counter stretching the back. As we slowly inhale it up to our stand. Uncurling, shoulders dropped. Moving to warrior one. So stepping one foot forward and the other one back. Now for warrior one, the hips are forward. You can bring the hands onto the hips to keep them even. So we inhale, filling this chest, finding the length. Exhale, bending the front knee. Now, taking that peak, finding this knee and ankle in a nice straight line. Finding this length on the inhale. And if you're ready, you can bring the arms up. But allow the shoulders to drop. Again, just holding here, observing the back bend. Maybe the stretch across the shoulders or the chest. And as if with each exhale, maybe lowering just a tad. Next exhale, hands back onto the hips. Now you can come all the way with this, or maybe just some. You can straighten the front leg. We're about to fly. So if you want, inhale, lifting that back heel up. This knee might need to bend as you drag this foot forward. Now you'll gradually and naturally tip forward. And there comes a point where that back foot just wants to lift up. That's it. If you want to keep the foot on the floor, please do. And as we hold this, it's that extension in the spine. Now, if you want as well, if you're feeling balanced, you can open the top hip up. Maybe allowing one arm to drop. If you're feeling super balanced, Maybe bringing the other one up. And in time, it's slow and maybe controlled. Land everything again. Inhaling back to our stand. Have that shake, wiggle, ease off. And let's, oh, not quite yet. I'm going to do one more stretch before we go to the other side. So the same leg that was your front leg, roughly a half leg distance apart. Again, hands on hips, finding this length. As we just exhale over the front leg, keeping the spine lengthened. Just enough until you find the biting point. And when you find that, it's finding that inhale, that lift in the spine. Maybe you exhale down a bit more. Or maybe you're happy holding it here. Just feeling this stretch in the front of the back leg. The back of the front leg even. And inhale. Back up. Now we can step it in. Ready for the other side. So just rooting these feet down, we're coming back into chair. It's a big inhale, scooping up. Exhale, setting down on that imaginary stool. So the hips, they're not tucked out, they're just tucked in. With each inhale, almost that length in the spine, guiding us taller. Maybe exhaling down a little more. I think that's enough though. So let's exhale. It's a nice forward fold. To find that release in the spine again. It's that easing of the lower back. And that head hangs nice and loose as well. And slowly inhaling up to our stand. That chin tucked, everything lengthened. As we step the other foot in front now, the other one back. Remembering the hips are forward, not to the side. When you're ready, let's inhale the length. Exhale, bending this front leg. Taking that peak of the knee and ankle, adjusting if you need. If you like, inhaling these arms up. Letting the shoulders drop. It's being guided by the breath. That's inhale and lift. And the exhale and release. And then, let's get ready to fly. Taking a hold of the hips. I realise I said straighten this leg last time. It's probably easier if it's still bent. This inhale, lifting that back heel. That subtle tip. Those toes drag along. This front leg begins to straighten. Maybe it lifts up. Just easing down. Just going to where is comfortable for you. As we find the length in the chest here. Only if you like, you can inhale as we open this top hip up. Maybe one arm goes down, maybe the other one up. Lovely. Oh. When you're ready, trying to be controlled, let's land slowly, inhaling up to our stand. Now, if we've still got these legs at roughly a half distance, we're ready for the forward fold. So hands on hips, inhaling the length. Exhale and tip, the spine staying lengthened. And when you found the biting point, finding that length on the spine, maybe exhale down a little more. Alison, I'm not sure if this will work. If you're able to reach the wall in front, that could be quite nice as well. That's it. It's finding that release though with each exhale. And when you're ready, slowly inhaling up, stepping it forward or back, that shaking easing off. And then, let's just slow things down again. So planting these feet as we get ready for our bridge. No, tree. Finding everything long, a chin tucked, shoulders dropping. Before we go, let's just inhale, lifting all these toes up. As we exhale, spreading them down. Once more. And then we can balance. So inhale as we lift one heel up. Next inhale, maybe bringing the knee up. Whether you hold it or it hangs itself is your choice. Give that ankle a quick rotate, shake off. As we exhale it out to the side, we have the other arm as a balance, maybe a wall. With this lift in the chest, just helps center our gravity. We can begin to tuck this heel in, whether it's up high or maybe the toes are on the floor. When you're ready, that's inhale, stretching, reaching the arms up. Palms together. Exhaling everything back, heart center. Or if you're holding a wall, that palm rests on the opposite shoulder. So just settle here, tuning into our breath. That's inhales, just lift out of the standing foot all the way through the body. And we exhale, rooting it all the way back down. It's finding your calm and stillness. And the next exhale or two, let's plant this foot down again. As we get ready for the other side. Planting this opposite foot as we find the lift. And that's inhale as we lift the opposite heel. Next inhale. Maybe this knee up in line with the hips, holding it or it hangs. And that rotate and shake of the ankle if you like. Exhaling that knee out to the side, using the other arm as a balance. That lift in the chest, lifting you up. And tucking the heel in when you're ready. Taking your time as you find your balance. And if you've got it, inhale, reaching, stretching up. Palms together, exhaling it all back. Heart center as these shoulders drop. Just tuning into our breath. This inhale, lift out of the standing foot as it crawls up the spine. As we exhale, it's just all rooting down through the standing foot. Probably observing some differences on this side, perfectly normal. And when you're ready, slowly exhale. Back to our standing. As we get ready to roll down to the mat. Just nice lifted position again. Exhaling, forward fold. As we tuck the chin round the shoulders, subtle bend in the knees, using the abdominals as brakes to release down vertebrae by vertebrae. Just making space in that spine. And that release in the lower back as you hit it. And when you're in your forward fold, it's hanging here in whatever way is comfortable for you. And in time, let's inhale as we step it through to dog. Maybe walking the palms forward, stepping the feet back. As we sink that chest and head through. And those hips up to the sky. As we hold it for several breaths, maybe having the walk or just enjoying the stillness. Always remember, lower into all fours at any point. And sinking into child. But if we're still up in our dog, let's think about exhaling down in the next breath or two. As we sink those hips back, finding our comfortable child position. That chest and head sinking to the mat. So letting the body release here. Use the breath. Observing where we've worked. And just finding the release within. And when you're ready, let's inhale up. Slowly to all fours. To working cat again, but we'll make it a circle cat. So that inhale as we curl looking up. On the exhale, can we circle around as we scoop down? Now lots of things will move. Circling breath by breath. Feeling all the way through the spine, and probably lots of other places. We've gone one way, let's go the other as well. to keep it even. And when we feel we've worked evenly, back to our flat back all four position, ready to come through to sit. Whether you're crossing the ankles as you roll over them or any other way. But the legs aren't crossed. We're just sending these knees out in front. Just having that nice loose bend. The spine is lengthened. We'll just take a hug in the back of these thighs. Just letting the spine curl over the legs, the head hanging. And if you like, maybe scooting the feet forward a little. If you're not in a block, maybe wiggling the hips back a little. Just slowly, slowly, maybe working your way down to the floor. But trying to maintain contact with the tummy and thighs. Spine just curled over the legs. And the attention inwards. And when you're ready, releasing that hug around the thighs as we inhale back up to our seated position. That spine long. Now let's lie down. So that loose bend in these knees again. Spine lengthened. Inhaling the arms up. And exhale. Peeling the spine back, working the core, gaze forward. And when you're down, you can just hug these knees gently in towards the chest. Just checking the chin is tucked. Maybe having a quick rock. Just massaging this lower spine. Those knees roll one way. Maybe the head going the other. And as we slow that down, knees back to center. Just exhale. As these feet come onto the floor, these knees can be nice and loosely bent, maybe nice and wide. And again, inhaling, arms either out to shoulder height, or the elbows out, palms facing up. And we'll begin to rock. These knees side to side. And that momentum can just slowly build. And it might happen if the knees come onto the floor on any side. Just leaving them here. Maybe taking that look over the opposite shoulder. It's releasing into the twist. And then other side. Inhaling center. Exhaling over. Do let the body settle around on this side. to center. So just lift these legs up into the air. As much a bend as is needed. Just observing that lower back as presses onto the mat. Next inhale, let's bring the arms up to join them. So that presses the shoulder blades on the mat. And that rotate, ease out of the wrists and ankles if you like. And in time, let's inhale, drawing the arms through the legs, taking a hold of the outer edges of the feet. See knees draw out and up. Maybe rocking, maybe still. And then, in your time, let's just exhale our way down to your comfortable relaxation position. Whether the legs are bent or straight. Arms either by the side or just resting on the body. That body is nice and heavy. It's melting into the mat. It's settling here, relaxing, tuning back into our breaths, letting go of any tension. And the mind emptying as well. And we'll just draw the awareness of the breath around the body. With each inhale, drawing in energy and white light. And each exhale, releasing, relaxing. Crown of the head, forehead, eyes, nose, mouth and cheeks, chin, jaw and ear, fronts and back of the neck, collarbone and shoulders, elbows, wrists, front and back of the palms, fingers and fingertips, front of the chest, upper back, ribs, mid-back, tummy, lower back, hips, pelvic floor, thighs, knees, calves, shins, ankles, heels, balls of the feet, toes, the whole body. The whole body. The whole body. Gently, bring our attention back to this moment, hearing the sounds, feeling the earth beneath us. We can begin to wiggle the toes and fingers as we make small movements. If you like, inhale as we reach these arms up overhead for a gentle stretch out. And when you're ready, to exhale these arms back down. It's hugging the knees in towards the chest. Quick rock, enjoying the stillness. And in time, rolling over to any side. A brief moment of pause as we inhale, lifting ourselves up to our comfortable seated position. Finding the spine long and light, chin tucked, shoulders dropped. Just a few last conscious breaths. And when we're ready, let's inhale, arms up, palms together. Exhaling everything back to heart center. To bow our heads. Namaste.
Namaste.